wants to. So I'm really appreciative that you guys are all here. I got some of my Skype invites out, but not my group invites out. So if you want to go pass that on for me, that would be wonderful. If anybody wants to tell people, hey, we're live over at Get Live Training, come and join us. We want to play with you today. Yeah, that's how I look at my business. I'm playing. How about you guys? Do you get to come to work every day and play? That's what I do. Do you know why I call it play? Because this is what I love doing. This is my passion. Teaching internet marketing, teaching people things I've learned, getting people to understand how simple this really is. And yes, it really is simple. It really is simple. And it's a lot simpler than most of you are making it. And I been here for more than 15 years. And I can tell you that I've seen some things, and I see some patterns, and I can tell you exactly why you're not where you want to be. Focus, persistence, and mostly being consistent in what you're doing. And I mean really consistent and really laser focused, having that vision of what it is that you're looking to accomplish and focusing all your energy on making that happen. Having a plan of action and following it every day no matter what. Who here's doing that? I'm just curious. I know many of you are guilty of not really following that plan of action every day. There's always things come up, Life gets in the way. Things happen. It's not your fault. I've heard it all. And I can tell you right now that when your business really, really matters to you and when you're following your passion, when you're doing something that really excites you, the things you need to do every day will just seem like cat's play or child's play. They'll just get done. I have things I do every day and they get done every day regardless. Don has things he does every day. You did do Swiva today, right, dear? I didn't look. I don't check because I know he does it every day. I have my list sitting right here on my wall of my daily checklist of the things I need to do every day, and I do them. Sometimes I do them first thing in the morning. That's usually when they get done. Other times it's during the day. Other times it's in the evening. But at the end of the day, they get done. And today, we're going to talk a little bit about some advertising tips and strategies that I've used and that I use that work for me. Now, there's lots of ways to make money online. I've been involved with an awful lot of people over the years. I've met a lot of people. There's a lot of ways to build a business. There's a lot of ways to create excitement. There's a lot of ways to make money online. And I've come to discover that whatever I put my attention to, I make money with. It's funny how that happens. Yes, I've been here for a long time. Yes, I have a lot of resources that I've collected over the years. And yes, I share all of my tips and strategies. And I can tell you that if you've been following my tips and strategies and doing what I do every day, you should be making money too. When I focus on feeding my funnel, it feeds me. When I take my attention away, when I get distracted with new shiny objects or things go in a different direction than I want them to and I have to regroup, there are times that happens. However, I know that right now, at this point in my career, I've come to realize that I have, for me, the perfect system. And I know that I have a way to show you how to create that system for you. We're going to talk about that today as we get into advertising tips and strategies, because there's no magic to making money online, guys. Really, no magic. Who agrees with me? There's nothing magical about this. You just have to, there's some things you got to do every day. And if you do it every day, your business will grow. If you do a few other things, if you really get involved in your business, you're going to grow very well. You can't come in here and just give it a little bit of attention. You have to make it matter. And the truth of the matter, none of this is hard. If you do it every day, you're going to make money. I promise you. I also know that you're not making money because you're distracted, confused, overwhelmed. Some of you still haven't got this together. You're still complicating it. I know you are. You're still complicating the process. And I can tell you that over the last 15 years, I have developed a process. And I realized very early on in my career, actually back in 2003 was when I learned that I had a process in place. And I also learned the importance of multiple income streams. And I also learned the importance of not having all your eggs in one basket. I've learned the importance of a lot of things over the years. Things I pay attention to, things I don't. Everybody has an opinion. Yes? Some people like the programs you're in, some people don't. Some people like this program, some people don't. Some people like those people, some people don't. Some people like me, some people don't. You come to these calls because you kind of like the advice I give, and you know that I'm kind of down to earth and I kind of keep things simple. I'm very motivated about downline integrity. And I discovered a long time ago that when you can create a system where someone can maintain their downline, it creates trust, and that creates success. So over the last 15 years, I've spent most of my marketing time building my list. And I hope that's what you're doing too. Today we're going to talk about advertising tips and strategies. Over the last 15 years, I've done a lot of advertising. There's been a lot of changes on the internet, a lot of changes. And at the end of the day, nothing has changed. What worked then works now. What does that mean? It means I'm using different tools, different resources, different programs to advertise my lead capture page and build my list. Now, sure, it gets deeper than that. Your list certainly has to have an effective autoresponder. You have to know how to follow up with those subscribers so that they take action, so they get to know you. But that's not magic. And there's nothing difficult to any of that. Don and I used to be in the corporate world. We both have a corporate background. I have a very strong entrepreneurial background from a very young days. My father was rather entrepreneurial, and my ex and I had businesses from very early on, and it was just something in my blood. And when Don and I found ourselves with the opportunity to be out of the corporate world, and if you've ever worked in the corporate world, well, you either love it or you don't. And the corporate world's okay if you own the corporation. However, working in the corporate world just wasn't my thing. You know, trying to get everybody on board and working with different people and never being able to actually do what I was really good at. You know, I just didn't have the freedom. In a corporation, there's limitations. And I knew that as an entrepreneur, there are no limitations. Do you know that? There are no limitations to what you can accomplish. So we found ourselves with the ability to come and do all this online. And the first thing I started doing was building my list. We got involved in a company that was technology related. Don and I are a little bit techno geeks, we call ourselves. We love technology. It was right up our alley. It was internet based, everything on the internet. That's what we wanted. And it was amazing. We were able to sponsor people. We were able to make money. And then lo and behold, guess what happened? The company went, you know, there were disagreements. There was just, the company structure was not solid enough to the company survive. The products just never got out there. And, you know, people wanted to do things one way. People wanted to do things the other way. Anyway, at the end of the day, we were left high and dry, infighting. Yeah, there was infighting. And that happens. Okay, that happens. Happens a lot. Companies come and go. You got to know that. There's nothing guaranteed there. But I can tell you something that is guaranteed. That if you spend your time building your list, you're always going to be able to make money. I spend my time checking out tools and resources. I make sure they work, and I recommend them to you. Now, over the years, I can tell you that there's been quite a few programs that I've recommended that didn't last, that didn't stay the course, that, you know, owners went by the wayside, something happened, technology happened, it blew up, it got hacked, stuff happens. Have you ever experienced that? You joined a program and next thing you know, it's gone. And I discovered something over the years, and that is that, again, if I focus on building my list, if I use the tools and resources I have as best I can to build my list, and I recommend what works for me, as long as it's working for me. If I stay on top of things and I'm honest and straightforward with the people I'm working with, we always grow together. When things don't work, we set them aside and find other things that do. And I think that's one of my areas of, well, I'm not going to say expertise, but it's one of the things that I guess kind of makes me stand out, is that you can come and you can trust the programs that I recommend. Now, are they going to be here tomorrow? Who knows? Can you guarantee that anything is going to be here tomorrow? I mean, there's a few programs that are a part of our systems that have been here for a long time. Contact List Builder's been around since 2003. I call that longevity. Our Prospect Geyser family of programs have been around since 2010, 2011. Our GVO that we use has been around since we've been around, but we've been a part of it since 2001, thereabouts. But the truth of the matter is that most of the programs we teach you to use have been around for a long time. And we introduce you to new programs and services that can help you build your business, whatever that business is. And while you're doing that, when you follow the way that Janet teaches it, when you Janetize your business, I have something new coming for you guys. I'm going to talk about it when we get into our advertising and tips part of the call today, but I'm really going to be starting to talk more about Janetizing your business, because when you Janetize your business, if your business goes by the wayside, you still got lots of income streams and can plug something new in right away. There's never going to be a falter, not even hardly a hiccup. And I'm excited to be introducing you to strategies that are going to help you build your business and help you grow a business that's going to grow with you and for you for a very long time. Now, I can tell you that I do have an advantage over most of you, and that is that I'm not here alone. I'm very fortunate and very blessed that Dawn is here working with me side by side. We work together 24/7. We've been at home together since 1999, working side by side, building our business, using our skills that we both have to work together. It's really what drew us together when we met in 1998. And guess where we met? Yes, online. And he has been the foundation for me and for my growth for the last 15 plus years. Without him, I don't know that we would have grown as much as we've have, and I appreciate anyone that's trying to do this on their own. It is a challenge. But I can also promise you that if you follow what we teach, it doesn't need to be the challenge that it is. I appreciate Don's support. I appreciate his leadership. And most of all, I really appreciate his inspiration. He's a fun-loving guy, and he has a lot to say. And today he's going to share with you some inspiration on life and living. Without further ado, the man who makes me smile every day, Mr. Don Legere. Take it away, my love.
Can everybody hear me okay? The settings box didn't come up, but it took me by surprise. I'll be darned. Good morning, everyone. Good to see you all. Janet, thanks for that awesome introduction. I appreciate it. Thank you. And now everybody knows why we make all this money. Oh, too loud? Okay. No, seriously, folks. Janet's she's the marketer and the salesperson. She's the one who gets it done. And everybody should just easily know that by taking a look at all the leaderboards out there. Still a bit loud, Jan? Are we okay now? So the idea that, she's on, a lot of these leaderboards everywhere, as many of you are, congratulations. That is someone you should follow. You should find out who in your upline is always on a leaderboard or something, and figure out what are they doing. Do they have something you can follow to put into practice? I know one of the things we've been talking about is changing it up a little bit on how we train people and make it a little bit more easier. I have some ideas in mind that I'm going to share with Janet, but the idea is you can have all the easy tools in the world. You can have all the push button systems in the world. The idea is you got to push the button. And in order to push that button, you got to understand in your mind that it works. Number one, you've got to believe in what you're doing. So, you really have to fall in love with whatever project you're working on at that moment, and fully employ all your senses in taking the steps that are required in order to complete that project. And when you do that, a few things is going to happen. Number one, if your attention is on a certain project, it's not everywhere else. It's there. So what it's going to do, it's going to close off the rest of the world, all the rest of your worries. That's number one. Number two, the moment you start paying attention to that project or that process that you're working on, you will start to be hit by inspiration. And when you're hit by inspiration, you can get out there and manifest anything you want simply by following its urgings. Inspiration can help you with many things. It just doesn't show you the life path you should be on. Inspiration can show you how to complete a project easier. Inspiration can point you into the direction of answer that Skype call, because that could be the guy that could be helping you. Answer that text message. Get out there on the social networks and do what you need to do, because inspiration will become part of your life when you are able to do that. Yeah, you still got all that other crap going on in your life, and yes, I understand how that can impact on your productivity, but you know what? 10 good minutes of highly concentrated work is worth 8 hours of half-assedness, if you know what I mean, of half an effort, because it is the intense attention you give a project that will allow inspiration to work with you. And when that happens, boy oh boy, look out. I know, with what we do here, one of the new projects that we have is content creation, and we've got a new blogging workshop too. But the whole idea behind those two is, it gives me a way to brush up on what I know about it, and it allows me, my mind, to concentrate on something entirely different other than safe swaps, surfing, Sweeva, doing web work. I was speaking to one of my partners the other day, and we were both lamenting on the amount of ridiculous web work that we still do, which detracts us from what we really want to be doing, which is actually getting out there and blogging and sharing it, talking with people, because that's where the action is. And when you are adding more of that fun to your everyday work, where you're involved in something that requires some magic on your behalf, to sit there and pay intense attention to what you're doing, letting the inspiration hit you, the intuition, and it can take you everywhere. And it is just an awesome way to do your business. Janet said it's not work, it's fun. Who is here that we can play with today? And that's exactly what it is. So rather than being broiled up in the day-to-day things that I have to worry about, I pick a project and I totally get immersed into it, and I become very productive, and I can finish it lickety-split, as opposed to sitting there worrying, trying to do something. It just doesn't work that way. So find what it is you love about your work. Just break it down into those little projects and attack them one at a time, one at a time. Inspiration will show you or urge you an easier way to get that done. Dig O'Keefe, he doesn't have his microphone. Can someone let him know to activate the little icon down below in order for him to hear us? I'm pretty sure he can't hear a thing because both the mic and the video are both muted. So if anybody could take care of that for me, that'd be great. Jan did? Awesome. Okay, so that is my little bit of advice today. That, you know, if you're feeling down about work, or if you're feeling up about work, either way, stop for a minute and think about your work, break it down into little bites and pieces, and just get it done, get it out of the way, enjoy what you're doing, pay attention totally to that project, get it done, put it aside, grab the next one, and before you know it, you will know everything there is to know about internet marketing. Because really, that's it. That's all you need to do. Just follow those steps. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to wish you all the very best possible results this week. And may they be bigger than you could all hope or even imagine. Thank you. And back to you, Janet.
Yay. I just love this man. Do you see why I love this man? We're such a great team. We really are. We just feed off each other. Don touched on a few things, you know, just going about your day, doing the things you need to do. He said something here that really is something we need to focus on, and that's you got to go about your day with the right attitude. With the winning attitude, number one, with the I can do it attitude, not the I'm overwhelmed attitude. I can't get this. I don't understand it. Because you guys do understand it. You know, before I go into our training today, I want to talk about something that's been coming up for me that's actually, it's come up a lot over the last 15 years. It doesn't seem to ever change. And I'm on a mission to do what I can to help educate as many people as I can to learn how to learn on the internet. I don't know what it is. I don't know what happens when people come to the internet, but they think they can just do everything at once. Somehow it's magical, you know, even if they've never done it, don't have any experience, they don't really have to take the time to learn anything. And they just treat the internet differently. Even though in my systems, in everything I do, I have step-by-step, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And I can tell you that if you do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, you'll get results. I promise you. If you do what I say, because I do what I teach, I had a chat with someone the other day, a leader, and we were talking about my system, what I do, and I said, well, I teach what I do, and I do what I teach. It's why I'm on the leaderboards. So how many of you know me and have seen my name on leaderboards in different companies? It's on several leaderboards right now. It's some I'm kind of surprised at. I'm on the leaderboard because they're in my funnel. You see me on the leaderboard places, right? Probably every place that you know that I'm a part of that program, because the truth is, if I'm involved in a program, I'm going to be on the leaderboard. If the program works, if it's something I can use, like the latest one with Total Takeover, it's a set of tools and resources I can use. I know how to market that business. I've made it part of my funnel. I'm using the tools. I'm going to be teaching people to use the tools. It's a no-brainer for me. I just plug it into my system. I plug it into my funnel. I plug it into what I'm already doing. Nothing has changed in what I do every day. Conley, I do want to connect with you. I know I have you on Skype, but I don't really think we've connected. I want to congratulate you for coming in as a life changer. It's going to change your life if you let it. I was talking with someone on Facebook today that just wasn't interested. That's okay. Doesn't matter what you're building. I'm going to talk about that too. I was going to talk about that, but I want to talk about learning to learn. Because many of you are not making this happen for you. Many of you are not making the money you want that you should be making in your business. Am I right? Things are maybe starting to grow, but you're not, it's just, you're not getting that consistent stream of income from all your programs. Am I right or wrong? Yes or no? It's not happening for you, yes? It's a backward question. Okay, let me it's not happening for you because I know most of you. I look around the room and I don't know many of you here who are making big people money, full-time income. If you're making full-time income, I mean, say so. I want to hear what you're doing. If you're not making a full-time income, let's look at what you're doing. I teach what I do what I teach. The challenge is ignoring everything else that everybody is teaching, because everybody says that what they teach works. And it works for them. Sure. But you guys already know what my system is, and you all know. Okay, I'm going to go around the room here because some of you, Barbara is starting to see the activity, right, Barbara? Because you're focused on following the plan, feeding the funnel, connecting the dots. You're making it happen. I know you are. And you can see it. You can see that I get it. If I just do more of this, there will be more of this, which means there's going to be more of that, which means more money. Correct? I'm pretty sure that you get it. I think you had a big giant light bulb blew up in your head a while back, and okay, I get this. I'm just going to connect all these dots, and I'm going to keep feeding this, and I'm just going to keep adding to it, and it's going to grow. And I can see the relativity. I do this, this happens. Okay. Anybody else? Barbara's on the plan. She's wonderful. We have a few people in our group that are in Contact List Builder and Total Takeover, and they're following the plan as well. What is the plan? Well, I'm going to share it with you today, okay? This is not a secret. I've been teaching this for 15 years. I will continue to teach it until forever. I mean, if there's ever not an internet, I guess if we're ever not doing this, I can't imagine. I've been doing this for 15 years. I love it. I love learning new ways to do what I'm doing, and what I'm doing is exactly the same every day, okay? And we're going to talk about that now. We're going to talk about what you need, some of the resources, and some little ideas that'll get you going. This shouldn't be news to you. But for those of you who are new to this, it may be. And here's how simple this is. Are you listening? So what you need a lead capture page that's attached to your autoresponder. That's number one. You need to have a lead capture page that has an opt-in form on it that's attached to your autoresponder. You need to build your list. We all agree on that. I don't think I need to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you it anyway. That needs to be your primary objective on the internet before anything else. Before you figure out your primary business, before you figure out, what those products are, before you figure out how XYZ works, start building your list. You don't need to know anything to start building your list. Just follow my steps. Am I right, Barbara? I know I've got your attention here, Barbara, and you're the perfect example of this. Am I right? You don't need to know anything about your business or about anything. You don't need to understand it. You just need to follow those steps and go, okay, step 1, done. Step 2, yep, done. Step 3, yep, done. Step 4, yep, done. Now I'm advertising. Bing, done. Well, that was easy. So you need to have a lead capture page attached to your autoresponder. You need to have some ad copy. That's just a text file. You copy, paste. And you need to have some advertising resources. Oh boy, advertising resources is where you all get lost. Am I correct? You know why? Because you join a program, and usually you get involved in Safe Lists and traffic exchanges, and you join a program, and now you have another member program you have to log into, and it has training in it, and it's telling you what. Now you're getting emails from that program telling you what to do. And you got emails from me telling you what to do. You got emails from that program telling you what to do. So I'm going to remind you. You only do what I tell you to do. And what do I tell you to do with a new program that you join on the internet? Does anybody want to, anybody here know? Who knows the routine? Okay, new program comes to you. Janet sends you an email with a new program. Well, I want to join it. Now what do I do? It's a simple one. So here's some of the advertising resources you're going to use on the internet. Solo ads, #1 place, okay? If you want to start building your list and make this happen, you want to use solo ads. Invest the money there. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about safe lists and traffic exchanges, social networks, Skype. I've had quite a few people, I'm always surprised actually, who don't use Skype. Well, I haven't figured out Skype. You know, I'm new to computers. I spoke with someone the other day. She said, I'm 71 years old. I'm like, so? My father-in-law just turned 90, and I mean, he has a computer. He uses it to get his email. He checks his team stuff. He knows how to do stuff on the internet. He doesn't know how to do a lot, but he could learn it if he really needed to. He has a cell phone, doesn't use it. He doesn't really interested in technology, but he knows enough to get around. He's 90. So 71 is still young. You can learn. If you want to learn something, you can learn it, right? Agreed? And the only skill you need to make money online, Barbara, you can let me know if you agree with this or not. The only skills you need, you have already. You're in the room here. You made it to the room. That means that you went to a website. You followed instructions. You clicked a link. You entered in the information that you were instructed to do, and you came here and you're following instructions. That's all you need to be able to do this. You don't have to understand anything. What you have to do is stay on track. That's the challenge. Staying on track, not getting distracted and doing this, that, and the next thing. Making sure that your funnel is working, making sure that your dots are all connected. Because if your dots are not all connected, you're going to have a problem and things aren't going to grow. And if something goes wrong somewhere because your dots aren't connected, it causes a ripple. But if your dots are connected, all you do is take out the affected program and connect the dots again. Let's talk about solo ads. First of all, your lead capture page. I mean, nobody here you all have one of those, don't you? Does everybody here have a lead capture page? Most of you are part of CLB or part of my Total Takeover group. You have access to Ad Creator, the plug and play, put in the number, put your own picture on. You got. I don't know if it's not that, it's somewhere else where it's got a form on it that goes to your autoresponders. I haven't seen any no's yet. You all have one of them, right? I'm looking around the room. You're pretty familiar. I'm pretty sure you all have at least one lead capture page, if not many. Okay, good. Some of you have a lot of them and you have no idea what to do with them. You join all these programs and you create all these capture pages and you're not advertising any of them. So you gotta narrow things down to your funnel and feed the funnel. If you don't understand the funnel, none of this is ever going to work. You've got to understand how this is flowing for you, that you're sending people to a lead capture page, and you can have many lead capture pages, but they should all be feeding the same list. Did you catch that? That's how you're going to create extreme success in your business if you use multiple lead capture pages that feed the same campaign or the same list, whatever you want to call it. Does that make sense to you guys? Waiting for some response. Now, if you have money to invest, and if you don't, you need to find it. Okay, you need to find some money to invest in internet marketing if you really want to make money online. Solo ads are one of the best ways to get subscribers on your list. And I'm talking about solo ads from a place like Udemy, where the members of Udemy are sending your ad to their subscribers. Okay, so when I do ad swaps or I sell solo ads, I'm sending someone else's ad to my subscribers. And they usually take action. So there's, you pay for so many clicks or you guarantee so many clicks. And I can tell you they're highly responsive, as is evident from the last few solo ads I bought. How many of you here are benefiting from the last few solo ads I sent out yesterday? I know many of you are. Solo ads work. You've not got to invest your money here, okay? But what you have to remember is that wherever you're advertising that lead capture page, and you can have multiple lead capture pages, but they better all be feeding the same list, and that list needs to connect all your dots. And really all you need on that list is one follow-up message, and you connect the dots manually. That's okay. It's about putting people into a list and then following up with them about what you do, introducing them to who you are, letting them know what works for you. Isn't that what I do with you? I share with you what works for me. I share with you what I'm doing. I share with you some of the things I love doing. I share with you some of the quirky things I'm doing. You're all internet marketers. It's not like you're here trying to learn how to sell widgets online, although you can use this strategy to sell anything online. If you have a passion you want to follow, you can use what I teach and follow that passion and make money. And you can use this strategy that I teach at CLB to make money so that you can go and follow all the passion you want, because this doesn't take a lot of time. Some of you are spending far too much time here doing things that are not producing results. And I know that because it's evident by your results. Okay, you're spending too much time on the internet doing things that are not producing results. Results are subscribers on your list. Or if you're in Total Takeover, pre-enrollees. That's a result. A result is a subscriber. A really great result is somebody who's going through and becomes a member and signs it up and joins all the other programs. That's magic. That's gold. That's manna from heaven. One of the resources that I've used online that produces for me regularly are safe lists. Now, the strategy with safe lists is that you join one at a time. You join the safe list, you set it up. Setting it up means, are you all listening? Okay, this is the magic to safe lists. And if you have a whole bunch of them, you pretend each one of them is new and you go one at a time and you do this, okay? So you sign up. You're going to add the URL to your list of resources with the username and password. You're going to log in. You're going to set up. That means you're going to set up your banner ad, and the banner ad is going to direct people to your opt-in page. You're going to set up your text ad, and your text ad is going to direct people to your opt-in page, to your lead capture page. Okay? And then you're going to use the resource, meaning if it's a safe list, you're there to send an ad to the members, and usually you have enough credits to send the ad to the members. If you're upgraded, you can probably send every 3 days. You want to send your ad, which you have in your swipe copy. So you're going to copy paste, send your ad. You're going to schedule when you can send that ad again. And you're going to save it, and you're done. Did you catch that? I do recommend you upgrade in good viral mailers, one a month. If you started to do that, you would have a nice collection of viral mailers where you'll get results. If you go to my website, you're going to get the top resources that I recommend. They're ones that I use. I keep them updated. If they're not working, I remove them. I only recommend ones that work for me. I track my results. I know the resources that are bringing me conversions. I know the resources whose members respond to our ads. And you know what? Some of the lists I'm using, I've been a member of since it started back in early 2000, like Herculist. I get results from there all the time because I use it all the time. But you have to be consistent, you have to be creative, and you have to do it every day. This is the secret to safe lists. So if you have a whole bunch of them, you don't know how to track them, number one, you should have a separate email for all your lists for doing that. Just keep that completely separate. If you do that one thing, it's going to make it easier. You can organize your folders in Gmail and have everything sort easily. At the end of the day, if you join a safe list, add it to your list of sources, whether you have it in a text file or a Word file or a spreadsheet, wherever you want to keep track of that. Make sure you have your login information, which is your username and password. Have your affiliate ID. Sometimes that's different. And you want to know when you can send your ad. Make sure you set up your banner ads and text ads. You only have to do that once. And then schedule when you can send an ad to that list. And then make sure you do it. That's it. And if you do that, I promise you, you will get results. How long does that take? Not long. Don does some of my marketing every day. So he has different lists he goes to. He can tell you how long it takes him. I'm going to guess about an hour. I probably spend about an hour doing marketing online. Sometimes maybe a bit more. Depends. If I get into the social networks, I can spend a bit more because I'm in there connecting with people and responding to connections and things like that. But the truth of the matter is, it doesn't take 14 to 16 hours to advertise a business online. Okay? And if you haven't mastered yet the process of building your list, please stop what you're doing. Unless you're making a lot of money, stop what you're doing and consider looking at your funnel. Is your funnel working? Are all your lead capture pages directing people to an opt-in and to an autoresponder? Are they going to the same list? If they're not going to the same list, are those lists connected? If you connect those lists, you can make this work. Make sure your profiles are set up correctly. Make sure your PayPal email address is there. A lot of these programs pay commissions. If you plug into the type of funnel that we help you with downline builders and you feed the funnel, you're going to make commissions in all of those programs. It can take time. It doesn't need to take as much time as you think if you focus on the simple idea of advertising capture pages that feed your list. And from your list, you feed everything. Are you starting to see the light bulb? Let's talk traffic exchanges for just a little bit here. Traffic exchanges do work. All right, so I use Sweeva quite regularly, and I'm watching my Sweeva. I put up a new capture page, and I had a couple conversions. Now, the thing with traffic exchanges is you got to be changing it up all the time. You got to give them something creative, and it's about branding. As people get to see you more and more and more, they will start going, well, I should check this out. I keep seeing this person. I keep seeing their pages. I'm going to go check it out. I recommend 3 to 5 a day. If you're surfing more than 30 to 60 minutes a day, you're really wasting your time. Okay? I don't surf that much every day. I'm upgraded in some of those exchanges. I make sure I'm active enough in them, but I don't surf all of them. I do surf Sweeva every day. I see some interesting things. I start conversations. There's a lot you can do in traffic exchanges outside of simply advertise your website. You can actually connect with real people. But the same thing with traffic exchanges is safe list. Number one, you want to make a record of them, of your login. You want to set up your profile. You want to set up your links. They also offer ads and text ads. Send them to your lead capture page. And make sure that the link that you're advertising in the traffic exchange is your capture page. This isn't hard. Now let's talk a little bit about social networks. I'm going to go through this fairly quickly. I see we're already at quarter to the hour. There's a lot of social networks out there, and there's a few new ones. You know, people prospect me regularly. They all want me to get into the next best thing, and you know, the next best thing is whatever I'm focused on. I'm going to make money wherever I am as long as that program is making money. Have you guys all figured that out yet? I'm going to make money wherever I am, wherever I'm focused. As long as that program is viable and it's alive and it's paying, I'm going to make money with it. If it's something that I have an interest in. And I have an interest in everything that I am doing through my business, through Contact List Builder. Everything is connected for me through CLB. So how do you use social networks to promote your business? Do you have to go and buy ads? At Contact List Builder and anything I do, through my teaching, we do things a little differently. I like to call it we janitize things. And yeah, you can go buy ads. I don't recommend it. I haven't really found that. I haven't figured that out yet. I haven't figured out how to spend money on Facebook effectively so that I get results. But what I have done is figured out how to find people, how to connect with people, how to send people a message, how to connect, how to connect, how to connect, how to connect. Now on Facebook, I teach a strategy called permission-based marketing that you can use on any social network, and you basically, but in Facebook, Facebook type social network. So you can go search for people in your area, you can search for people in a city, you can search for people with an interest, and you can go and look at their profile, check them out a little bit, see what they're doing, send them a message, say that you'd like to connect. I noticed you're interested in such and such. I'm looking to connect with people in your area. Let's connect. You don't send them their link. You might ask them, you know, I'm looking for people who might be interested in such and such. Have you heard of it? You don't put any links. You can ask a question. We call it permission-based marketing on the social networks. It's very effective. When they respond, you get a conversation going, then you can add them as a friend. Make sure you go and check out their profile. Make sure you go and see who they are. They get noticed that you've done that. I don't know if you knew that. When they get noticed that someone visited your page or liked a photo of you or liked a post that you did. So then when they see your message, they're more likely to respond. So here's a message I might send to somebody who's involved in network marketing. Because if you see if somebody's involved in network marketing, I think you guys know that that is an industry that's interesting. It's why I prefer the internet marketing industry, affiliate marketing. I prefer teaching and using systems and teaching systems, because the network marketing industry, I find it a challenge. However, this is how you build it. You simply go to them and you say, hey, George, I'm connecting with people in your area. I noticed you're involved in network marketing. I'm wondering if you've heard of such and such yet. Has anybody here tried this approach on social networks? I'll tell you, it works like a charm, and it doesn't take a lot of time. I have no idea why more people don't do it. Okay? So, Joseph, Mike, I don't think you're in that, but Bonnie, I know that you're in Total Takeover. Joseph, I know you are. You go to Facebook. Bonnie, I know you've used it. I don't know if you've used it for Total Takeover. So Joseph, you might go on there. You might go to Bonnie's profile and see that. She looks like she's involved in network marketing. You know, hey Bonnie, I'm connecting with people in the Arizona area. I noticed you're involved in network marketing. I'm wondering if you've heard of Total Takeover yet. That's it. That's all you say. Let's connect when you have a minute. You might add that. Let's connect when you have a minute. People will respond. They might tell you they're not interested. They might tell you lots of things, but it'll get a conversation going. And if they say no, well, you tell them. But you can use that for any business. I'm looking for people who are involved in the health, who are interested in the health and wellness industry. Do you have an interest? It could be as simple as that. I'm looking for people who are interested in the coffee business. Have you ever tried a healthy coffee? I'm looking for people who, give me some other ideas here, guys. Other network marketing type companies, there's health and wellness, weight loss, okay? I'm looking for people in the Calgary area who are interested in a new weight loss program. Do you know anyone who's looking to lose weight? So if you've got weight loss products, that's a great one. Recommend you try it for whatever you have. It's easy to adapt it. Get paid to use their cell phones. Yeah, hey, you know what? I'm looking for people in your area that would love to get paid to use their cell phones. Do you know anyone? Would you be interested? So it doesn't matter what business it is, you can adapt that script to make that contact. Just get out, do it. Have the conversation. Don't be afraid. When they follow up, you can add them as a friend, have a conversation, and sign them up. If they're not interested, simply say thank you. Let's keep in touch. You know what, guys? You have to learn that people are going to say no more than they're going to say yes. A lot more. Now on LinkedIn, this is a really powerful tool that I've been using. And again, I probably once a week, twice a week, I go into the different social networks and I make contact with people. I have a lot of things that I use that work for me. I teach you a lot of strategies to use. You can't do them all, okay? You need to pick and choose your weapons. So pick the weapons that work for you. If something's not quite working for you over here, try something new. The process doesn't change. You're still sending them to your lead capture page, okay? You're still building your list. On LinkedIn, you can congratulate members on their accomplishments because it tells you that so-and-so just accomplished something. So you can say congratulations. You can wish people happy birthday, and you can make contact with them, follow a message. I have all of these on our website. I have training for all of this. It's really easy in LinkedIn. They show you on the right-hand side here, when you log into LinkedIn, that, you know, here, somebody has a birthday, say happy birthday. So you click there and you send them a message and say happy birthday. You know, here, Len Chappelle has a new job. Go say congratulations. The key here is you include your signature, or you still ask the message, have you heard of? Have you heard of? Have you heard of? Have you heard of? Here's one I love. When it's their birthday, I say, happy birthday, may your day be abundantly joyful, and then I include my signature. I do get people connect with me on Skype. Here's a congratulations. I just say, I hear congratulations in order. Well done. So I changed their message a little. I include my signature file. I'm not mentioning anything. I just included in my signature because I am allowed to do that. So here's if I'm connecting with someone not new on Skype, I'm making contact with my LinkedIn connections. So these are people that I've got on my list. I've got a lot of connections on LinkedIn, so I can go and click on their name and I can send them a message, just like in Facebook. I can reach out and say I'm making contact to see what's new and where we might have similar interests. I also say, let's connect on Skype. And I'm going to tell you guys, if you're not using Skype, you got to get using it. And I don't just mean have an account. I mean use it. It's an amazing tool. Here's another one. Thanks for connecting. Let's connect on Skype. So I have people, when you go into LinkedIn, they tell you that people are looking to connect with you. And so if I say, yes, I want to connect with them, it comes up with a message that says, send a message. So when I send the message, I say, thanks for connecting, because they sent the request to me. I'm just accepting it. Thanks for connecting. Let's connect on Skype too. Then I have this message, guess what, in my swipe file. This is a copy-paste, guys. I'm not typing this out every time. I'm copy-pasting it. By the way, have you heard of whatever, and whatever is in my signature file. And I do get people all the time that reply and say, no, I haven't heard of such and such. What is it? That's usually what they say. No, I haven't heard of it. Let's connect. I get a lot of replies that say, let's connect. What are you up to? I'm glad to be connected. AppSense is another social network where you can connect with new members. You can create a review page. You can create a brand page. You'd be amazed at how you can get traffic to your business by creating these connections between other social networks. How many AppSense members here? I don't know if you've ever thought of creating a rev page for your business and then directing them to your lead capture page. Because they all have links. You can connect links to all of these pages. Do you need to do all of these things? No. Remember, pick your Weapons. Pick your weapons carefully. Do you have a skill in something? Are you good at something? Find a way that you can use that skill with some of these tools to advertise. There's 1,000,001 ways to advertise online. Find something that you can do and do it, and do it very well. I think the challenge is that you see all these different ways to market online and you think you need to do them all. You can use all of these strategies on any social network. Connect with the person any way you can. IBO Toolbox is phenomenal. I have a whole teaching I do through CLB and what have you, where I show you how to connect with them and add them to Skype. I have a huge list on Skype now from IBO Toolbox members, and I connect with them regularly, and I've had people sign up in my business from there. Love Skype. Love IBO Toolbox. It's phenomenal. I might actually do a training next week specifically on that. What do you think? Would you guys like to see that? I can do a training on IBO Toolbox, how I go in and connect with them and send them an invitation and then get them on Skype. I use a program called Seek and Send to then connect with those people personally. It's pretty phenomenal. Skype is a tool you need to be using. How many of you see me use Skype? That's why you're here. You got my Skype message. Oh, blogging. Blogging takes up all your time for some of you, or distracts you, and it doesn't need to be that way. You're simply, once you've got your blog set up, you're just using it to blog about your products and services. On your blog, you're going to have an opt-in form to your campaign, to the same campaign that's on your capture pages. And you're going to connect them to everything you do. This isn't hard. Oh, IBO is absolutely phenomenal, probably one of my best resources, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Next week I'm going to do a training on IBO Toolbox. Jenny, thank you for introducing me to it. You got me turned on to IBO Toolbox, and it is, I mean, I'm not even touching the surface, okay? I use one simple strategy, and that strategy in 15 minutes, I can add 10 people to my Skype list, 10 new contacts, 10 new prospects that I can connect with in about 15 minutes. Do you think that's powerful? That's one strategy. Don't let blogging scare you. We have training all set up for you through CuratiaWorks. We have a new blogging workshop coming up very soon. Dawn, I don't know if you want to go and get the link. You could type it in there. Make sure you put the HTTP in front before you post it in. It'll be a live link to our new Passion to Profits workshop. I encourage you to check it out, guys. Okay, if you're looking to really learn how to use your blog. But remember, if you're still looking to build your list to make money online, you don't need to know how to do any of that other stuff yet. You'll learn it in good time. Focus your energy making this happen. On getting your lead capture page set up and attached to your autoresponder. You can have 1,000,000 capture pages. I don't care. They can be on a rotator. Advertise every day that lead capture page so that you can start building your list, so you can feed that funnel so that you have people who will read your blog when you get it done. You don't need to spend on that darn space bar. You don't need to spend a lot of time advertising. You're going to spend all your time following up, connecting. And remember, there's more than one way to advertise. My top recommendations are solo ads and safe lists. If you're going to get into the safe list viral mailer market, please do it carefully. If you're already in it, get it organized. All right? Get it organized. I can tell you that once you get there, and there's programs out there that help you do that. I have a few of them that send my emails automatically. I see signups coming all the time. I'm not even doing anything. I set it up once and there it goes. And I have Dawn doing the rest of it. So, mine's all automated. It happens. It takes time to get that happening. So in the meantime, find some money, buy some solo ads. If you need help with that, get in touch with me. I'll show you how to do that. I appreciate that we're just at the top of the hour here, and I will not take up too much more of your time. My apologies. I did get chattering and nattering there, but you know what? I think we talked about some important things today. You agree? The best place for you to learn all these things really is at Contact List Builder. It's where I teach these simple strategies. It's where I help you keep it simple. If you aren't a member, get in touch with the person who invited you here today, or just go to contactlistbuilder.com. It's free to join. It's where you're going to learn what I'm teaching. And if you want even more, if you really want to take your business to this next level, if you want to create your own funnel, watch for the new Ready, Set, Go marketing system, where you're going to discover how to set up your autoresponder campaign for your business, how to create your autoresponder form, how to do all the things we teach at CLB, but this is going to be generic. This is not going to promote Contact List Builder. This is going to promote your business. It's going to be an autoresponder that is connected only to you and to your business, to whatever you want to connect it to. It's going to be very generic. It will be designed for people in network marketing companies, for people that have a product or service to offer. You know, it could be an accountant, could be a lawyer, could be any product or service out there. It's really a strategy that everyone needs to use if they want to use the internet to create profit. This is how to janitize your business for profit. Are you excited about this? It will be connected to CLB. Don't worry. It's going to be pretty exciting. I'm not sure how it's all going to flow yet. It's right now just an idea that's formulating. It will be up and ready soon, but I'm pretty darn excited about it. I really am. So thank you for allowing me to go over our hour. I'm usually really, really conscientious of time, and I appreciate that you guys came here and spent some time on a Saturday to broaden your perspectives, to clarify things for you. I hope that today did clarify a few things for you. And I'm just going to just cover them just a bit again. You need to have your autoresponder set up. There only needs to be one follow-up message. The rest can come. Don't get hung up on the follow-ups. It needs to be connected to a lead capture page, which we teach you to do. And you need to advertise that page. And you need to pick your weapon. You can't do every kind of advertising that's available to you out there. I know how to do it all. I don't do it all every day. I do a little bit here, a little bit there, but I'm going to tell you something that every day I'm advertising my lead capture pages, and the fact that I'm up on those leaderboards, and not am I just there, that number grows. You can see that it's growing, that I'm growing. My team is growing. Not just me. My team is growing as well. They're on leaderboard as well because they're following the things we're doing. They're following their passion. They're doing what they want to do, but they're following what we're teaching here. They're advertising their lead capture pages. They're feeding the funnel. They're building their list. They're following up. They're staying the course, and it's working. If it's not working for you, I want to connect with you. I want to hear from you because I want to help you get your dots connected. I want to help you make this work for you. I want to help you find the right weapon for you to use to do this. The process isn't a secret. This isn't a secret. The secret is finding something that you can do, that you will do every day. So let's work to make that happen. We're here Monday to Friday at Morning Motivator. If you need a little bit of mind changing, if you need to change the way you think, if you need to change the way you feel, come and join us Monday to Friday, and we'll help you get deep down and dirty and change the outlook on life, because that's what it's all about. When you change the way you think, the things you look at change, and they really, truly do. I'm positive. Magic can and does happen. We'll be back here next Saturday where we're going to be talking about IBO Toolbox, how to build your business with IBO Toolbox, how to janitize your business, how to find those prospects, how to use that system. And I can tell you that I won't be going into all of it. It'll just be how I'm using IBO Toolbox to add 10 to 15 contacts to my Skype whenever I use it. It is a simple strategy that can work for you if you follow it too. You guys, thank you for being here. Have an amazing day. I think you're amazing. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here. So thanks for showing up. And I look forward to helping you grow more each week. Have a great week, everyone. See you next time. Bye for now.